Episode 218, Claude Skills, when AI learns how you work.
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI 6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
I'm currently looking at my to-do list and I would love to delegate much of it to my assistant, but she's also got a very long to-do list. I'm sure you have this feeling frequently too. Well, what if your AI didn't just understand your words, but actually knew how you worked? How your team writes reports, analyzes data, provides insight to clients, and writes follow-up emails. Well, that's the idea behind Claude Skills, a new feature from Anthropic that makes Claude feel less like a chatbot and more like a capable colleague. Hello and welcome back to AI 6, the podcast that teaches you AI in just 6 minutes a day. My name is Joanne Sweeney and I'm on a mission to upskill 500,000 people in AI through this podcast. Let's get back to Claude Skills, and Brand Nat on TikTok equates Claude Skills to the movie The Matrix.
So basically what this allows you to do is imagine in the Matrix when Neo uploads a bunch of knowledge skills. So instantly when they upload combat fighting, jiu-jitsu, kung fu, all those skills have instantly been uploaded into his brain. You can now do this in Claude. Previously, you may have asked it to prepare a tax return for this client and uploaded their doc. While LLMs have a lot of knowledge, it may not pick the right knowledge for that specific use case. If you want things to be done a certain way based on your company policies and guidelines, you either need to create custom GPTs or have specific prompts for specific chat, or in Claude have specific projects for specific tasks. Now what you can do in Claude is upload a bunch of skills. And if you don't have guidelines or skills of your own, you can get Claude to create those skills for you. So I just said, create a new tax accounting skill for my accounting business, helps them with tax returns based on Australian laws. Here's the website to the ATO. And it created these skills that I could download. And this is where you would upload that skill. Then in any chat whatsoever, you can ask it to prepare a tax return for this client without having to upload any context. It has used that skill to create these documents for tax return.
So Claude Skills are essentially folders filled with instructions, scripts, and resources. When you start a task, Claude can load the right folder to deliver a result that matches your process, your tone, structure, and format. Essentially, it's a standard operating procedure that you're feeding to Claude, who then can go ahead and deliver on the tasks in question. And it's a real shift from ask and answer like we do with traditional Claude Assistant or ChatGPT, and we're moving to a place of understand and execute on our behalf. So you might have one skill for creating marketing reports, post-campaign analysis, another one for writing social media posts, and another for meeting summaries and actions. Claude decides which one to use, loads the relevant details, and gets to work. The clever bit here is that we don't need to code anything. We describe a workflow in plain English, step by step, and Claude will follow it exactly as we've defined. For more advanced users, we can add scripts or other data points, but you don't have to. Anthropic says that Claude Skills will solve a long-standing problem with AI at work. Most chatbots are smart, but they're generic. They can write an email, but maybe not your email. And Claude Skills bridges that gap by packaging organizational knowledge into reusable modules. And I really like the fact also that they're using the terms modules and skills. It really resonates for me as a business owner and as a teacher when I'm passing on those skills to my clients and to my students in modules. So let's have a few examples here of how you can use Claude Skills. So marketing teams can use Claude Skills to generate Google ads or social media posts that comply with internal rules and maybe regulatory guidelines. It can test different versions. It can A/B test which posts, which copy, which ads are returning greater results. Communications teams can use Claude Skills for document generation, automating slide decks, reports, and updates. Companies like Box, Rakuten, and Canva are already reporting major time savings in their companies by using Claude Skills. For meetings, Claude can structure notes, turn them into clear summaries, and write follow-up emails in your organization's voice. It can even run data analysis, detect anomalies in spreadsheets, and spot trends before you do. It can also get involved in customer support. So not only answering customer questions, but also routing the leads in the right direction, checking compliance, and staying on message. And Claude can do that because, of course, it's pulling from your own standard operating procedures and not a generic script. So how does it work technically under the bonnet? Well, Claude doesn't load everything at once. It uses what's called progressive disclosure. So it scans the names and descriptions of your skills, identifies the one that fits, and only then loads the full details. So Anthropic says using it in that way keeps it fast, secure, and efficient all at once. The skills are modular. You can stack them together. So you might have one skill to analyze a data set, another skill to create a chart, and then a third to write a summary. Claude then chains them together in a single session. And it's the closest thing we've seen to a digital colleague who understands the bigger picture. This is a really exciting advancement for Anthropic, and they've been well known with their large language model Claude for being an excellent copywriter and with a close eye to detail as well. And so what we're doing is we're stacking the skills within the company, within all teams, and this is where you need to think strategically. Companies always worry about succession planning and the brain drain and losing talent. But what we're doing is we're getting those competent and highly skilled staff to create skills and modules within Claude that are then internalized in the company. And I know what you're thinking, but Joanne, does this make us replaceable? Does this create an avenue for companies to let highly qualified team members go? Well, my friends, all I can say is the technology is here. And if the technology is here and it's this easy to use, companies would be mad not to use it. What you've got to do instead of sitting in a place of fear is actually leaning into the AI and being part of this transformation. So let's think opportunity. Let's not think obstacles. So if you're going to embrace Claude Skills, think about the opportunity for onboarding, for compliance, for quality control. Think about how you can put all of this internal knowledge into Claude Skills, building your business infrastructure, and they're built for consistency and to take away chaos. And they're also connected to MCPs, Model Context Protocols. And that means that Claude can reach into external tools and data like your CRM, your document system, your analytics platform, and know when and how to use them. So it's integrating standard operating procedures, skills, and systems. It really is very exciting. So we're moving from assistant to partner. And I'd love you to let me know if you've tried it. I'm currently trying Claude Skills myself, and we'll come back and let you know how I get on. If you enjoyed this episode of AI6, please share it with a pro that you know. And if you want to grow in confidence and competency, get a copy of my book, AI Playbook, available now at aimarketingplaybook.ie or on Amazon. I'm Joanne Sweeney. I'll talk to you tomorrow.